Hello everyone, welcome to Makeup Monday. Today I am going to be going over one of the most exciting palettes that's been released. I'm sure you've seen a million videos about it already, and that is the Alyssa Edwards palette with Anastasia Beverly Hills. And this is my first Anastasia anything. I've never owned the brow pencil. I've never owned anything else from them. And I only bought this because of Alyssa Edwards. I love Alyssa Edwards very much as a character. I thought that season 5 of Drag Race was by far one of the best. And it's one that I will happily keep watching clips of and everything else because it was one of my favorites, if not my favorite. And just for transparency, I did buy this. I got it slightly early in Sephora VIB before its full release, and I also bought, to get the free shipping because I only needed $5 more, the Sephora False Eyelash Cleaning Kit, which tell me if you want me to go over that. I might just do that for fun anyway, and the Tata Harper Resurfacing Mask Sample. Just a quick reference, transparency. So we're going to do an unboxing and live swatching, and I also apologize. I have a bit of a staining from food coloring. If you don't believe me, you can watch my vlog on FCA Friday. I was making cupcakes for a baby shower today. So when you pull out the box, first of all, the box is beautiful, has the winking face. It says, "I don't get cute, I get drop dead gorgeous, and now you can too. My dream for this palette is to create a color story that will give you life. One that will bring out the inner beast, always and forever, Alyssa Edwards." I'm not even going to pretend like I can do that cute little accent because I can't. Limited edition palettes. This has got to be one of the most cute packaging. The box actually matches. I love when that happens, when the outer box actually matches this. It's sort of it's not the most important thing, but to me it's a bummer when you go, oh, pretty box, and then you get a really plain actual packaging. So this is very plastic meets cardboard, very hard thing. A mirror that I don't know why we ever talk about mirrors. Have you ever used one of these mirrors? I've never used the mirror. Now, fun thing about this mirror, I don't know if this is in all Anastasia palettes because, again, I've never had one before, but there's a little peel sticker here. So you actually have a protecting Alyssa Edwards signature, always and forever, Alyssa Edwards on the back. Fun touch for the fans. Transparent sheet of protection, and then look at these colors. We've all seen the release of them. It's what drew us in, and I'm loving that Cobalt Bold. I'm loving Brick Road. They are really giving me sugar pill vibes with the intensity. I love a deep color. I go through black and white like it's nobody's business, and ends up being everybody's business because I share the looks online. And of course you get a little brush down here. Fun. And I'll actually use this. It's a double-ended brush. Let me pull this out here out of the little plastic piece so that you get a real fluffy blending brush, and then a dense packing brush. This is specifically representative or expected to go with these shadows, or if they're recommended or anything, but we got the brush, which is important because we're going to use them. It's one of those things when you get a new shiny palette, you almost don't want to touch it because it's just it's so good. See what I did? Okay, quick note, I'm trying to do the swatches, and I do apologize for this. I've tried this in different modes and everything else, but these two colors, DDG, and Believe, they're really coming off more blue, and I assure you that they are all the purple. This is a very shimmering purple. There are some little iridescent blue silver sparkles in it, but this is a matte purple which, if again, I said that they remind me of Sugar Pill a little bit. So if you are looking for a bit of a lighter toned Poison Plum is what Believe is really giving. And then DDG, I have nothing comparable in my personal collection, but it is a very, very sparkling, deep, purple people eater, spilled grape soda, all the purple happening in these two colors. But this one's coming off very periwinkly, and this one is just not given any purple at all in my camera. So I apologize that those are not going to be as true to color. The rest of them look very, very similar. Like there's no problems with them, but the purples just aren't picking up. Just wanted to disclaim that a little bit as we're going through. Just going to start doing some live swatches, and I'm going to do my swatches with brushes. I have a plethora of clean brushes that we're going to do this with, just because I don't apply my eyeshadow with my finger, and so I just don't think that's every YouTuber or beauty person explains this who's into makeup, is that finger swatches, while they're cool, they don't give an accurate picture. So I'm going to go with Dream It. I'm going to start with Dream It. I'm going to throw everyone with OCD into a tizzy. But I'm going to just give it a couple taps. On the brush, it actually looks, it's very cobalt blue, but on my brush, in real life, in the camera, it's still cobalt blue. I'm getting some purple. So we're going to go ahead and give ourselves a little swatchy swatch there. And beautiful. Very nice. Coming off gorgeous. Then I'm trying to go with the darker colors as we're going to this. Alright, I'm going to go with back rolls, because anyone who knows Alyssa Edwards with J. Jolie, it's nice that she has this, ooh, that's very, ooh, I like that. That's a nice medium chocolate brown. Then let me just clean that brush off, and I'm going to go with the other side of it into Beast, that black color. And that is not, I am not living for that. It's not a very intense black, even after I've gone over it a couple times. It's definitely more of a brown black than a jet black. I don't know if that was intentional, but I'm definitely getting more charcoal. It's not as deep as, say, Jet from the Urban Decay Born to Run palette. So if you're looking for that intensity, that black is, even when it's built up with several things, it's still black, but it's more charcoal brown black. And again, that's after building it up, so it's not because I cleaned off the brush and it was a clean brush to begin with, so I don't think that there was any transference problems. Okay, we're going to go into Believe again. Maybe on the brush, it'll give a little bit more of a really intense grape purple. A little streaky, not very intense color-wise, but it looks better with building up, which is what I would end up doing anyway. Oh, it definitely comes off more purple on the arm swatch there. Have to just completely change gears here. And these are all similar density flat brushes. They're just a variety of them. Let's go into Texas Made. Again, another, I know everything's very Alyssa Edwards, but some things are a little bit more iconic than others. And oh, my peaches, living for that hot pink. Absolutely living for that hot pink. It is gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Very smooth, very brightly pigmented. Even you saw one good swatch, wasn't very streaky. Beautiful, all the intensity that you would expect from a hot pink from Alyssa Edwards, if you ask me. Now we're going to go with Beyond. other side of that brush. Oh. Okay, I just got to give that a little pressure. Back and forth swiping. That one was a little streakier, and I would describe that as a satin magenta color. Beyond, it's not a color that I'm living for, but it wouldn't be anyway. I really don't wear magenta super often. And I think that I don't have too much. None of these are too chalky. None of them are kicking up. As you can see, I've just freshly used these colors. They're not very chalky, so we're not getting any kind of intense kickback. We're gonna go ahead, and that's a nice color. Nice and smooth. And I don't really care about the drag back all the way down my because my eyes aren't that big. I'm not coloring it all the way to my temple, at least most of the time. And I'm gonna end up going back over it. That was a really nice, smooth, intense, gorgeous, gorgeous color. Again, I would describe it as a mahogany purple, muted magenta, perhaps. And now I'm going to have to change arms here. And we're going to go into that intense butter yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road. I would say don't demonetize me, but I don't get money anyway, so whatever. That is everything you would want in a yellow. It looks a little bit more canary in real life, just in FYI, after putting it on, but that was gorgeous. No streaking, one-time application, pigment to the max. Absolutely loved that, living for it, loving it all the way. All right, now going to go into Unicorn Tribe, which is this color here, which is a deep lavender chalky kickback that we've had. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Ooh, that's nice. Lots of pinks. If you are not into pinks, if you are not into magenta or purples, maybe not a palette for you. But if you like that, trying to lose your brush in your lap look, everything that has been from the front over has been really, really nice here. Chewed, again, still coming off as way more purple than it looks, blue than it looks in real life. And oh, that took quite a couple swipes, because it came off streaky. I converted the two words a little too much. And there's definitely a shimmer, definitely a blue silver sparkle happening in that, which is fine. The most metallic so far in the palette. And this is an antiqued gold, very shimmery. Using the other side of that cleaned off brush that I did with the yellow. And this, it came off fine. It's just, I'm a pale person trying to put on a pale gold color. It's shimmery. If you are a deeper skin tone, these colors will be phenomenal on you. And that gold, as far as the gold goes, it's nothing that I'd write home about, but it does its job. It's gold, which is just a straight up tawny color. Gonna put that there. Nice transition, basic tan beige color. Again, nothing particularly unique in my collection or in most people's collections, but decent quality. Last two, we're going to use the actual brush as a headliner. Let's get into this. I am looking for some opacity with this white. And it's giving it to me. Again, I'm just a pale person. It's hard to see. Not streaky. Very, very intense, opaque white. That is going to be one of the first colors that gets to hit pan in this palette for me. I can feel it. And now for this muted burnt orange called the Supreme. The Supreme. Gonna go right there. Oh, that's nice. If you are looking for a nice pumpkin medium orange, it's not going to coral. If you are just looking for a light to medium orange, that color is great. So here are the colors all together, freshly swatched. You have that. The colors that I was the least impressed by were Dream It and Beast. Those two colors I was expecting a lot more from the black, and the Dream It was streaky and comes off a lot lighter. It's not as intense as, say, Velocity from Sugar Pill when it comes to that, when you're looking at it color. And the rest of the palette was fine. Loving my favorite colors by far are this Canary Purple and Texas Made, top two colors. Very smooth, bright, bold, everything you're looking for. Everything else is decent quality. Everything else is absolutely usable. The more metallic shades, I will say you do have to, beyond DDC and Inspire, you are going to be looking for a little bit of a build-up, especially Inspire on more fair skin tones. But overall, I'm happy that I have this palette. As a collector of makeup, I think it's really cool to have something, especially during Pride Month, and I'm absolutely thrilled. Tell me if you got this palette and if you agree with my favorites and unfavorites, or if you didn't get the palette, tell me why. And I will talk to you all for FCA Friday. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next week. Bye!